Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video now. Sunday, it is the review of yesterday's game, and my throat is still pretty sore from yesterday's game because I sang my heart out one of them stands. First and foremost, well done to the Boro fans that travelled yesterday. Apparently there was about 1,100 gone yesterday. I honestly thought there was more. It looked like the whole away end was pretty much sold out apart from a little bit at the side. You know, Bristol City's a long journey. You know, for instance, for me, obviously the Boro fan TV lads, you know, we left at 7:30. Got back last night at half past 11. So it's a long old day. It's a long journey, and of course you want to be rewarded for your travels, and that's exactly what we were. We won the game 2-0, and I don't want to sound disrespectful in this video towards the Bristol City fans, but I've got to be honest, and I've got to tell it how I've seen it. And for me, I thought Boro made Bristol City look very, very average. You know, they didn't bring much to us. Now, before the game, obviously you guys want to see my preview. If you haven't seen it yet, go back and check it out if you want to go and check it out. But you would have seen my preview that I bigged up a lot of Bristol City players, the ones that I thought would really shine this game. Patterson, Pack, Wyman, Brownhill. There was, them 4 individuals alone. I said, watch out for these guys because they're very, 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 very creative players. And I say very, very, very a lot because that's exactly what they are. You know what I mean? They are very creative players, and they can do damage to opposing teams if you give them a yard. They didn't do much yesterday to us. I didn't think they threatened us much. Wyman, for instance, big fan of his. I really am, but he didn't do much yesterday for Bristol City. Pack was probably the only one in the first half, especially down the flanks, that was trying to create a little bit. But apart from him, really, there was no one on Bristol City's side for me that had me worried. That had me thinking, you know what, we might concede here. Because I'll be honest with you. The first 10 minutes, yeah, okay, Bristol City did come forward a bit, and yeah, okay, balls were in the box, but they didn't do anything. And the whole game, I was shocked because I was thinking, last season when we played Bristol City, right, they absolutely battered us at Ashton. They hammered us, man. It was the worst 90 minutes of having to be any sort of football fan, and to be stood in them stands watching us play that game because I thought we were atrocious. But you go to yesterday, and it was a totally different scenario. Boro were unbelievable. Is that because of new management? Is that whatever? But it was class. It was genuinely class yesterday, But during the week, I said to everybody, especially my preview, I said I'm confident. I'm feeling confident. I said 2-1 Boro because I just looked at Bristol City side and I thought, they've lost big names, the likes of Aidan Flint, Brian, Bobby Reid, and they haven't really replaced them. I've been hearing yesterday, especially from Bristol City fans for the game, apparently they've replaced Flint and Brian with apparently a League 2 and a League 1 sort of players like centre backs and right backs and all this. I'm thinking, if you're selling off two quality defenders, let's have it right. Not just because he came to Boro, because Joe Bryan came to Boro and he's a quality defender. That's all right. You're selling 2 massive players to your defence and you're bringing in the likes of League 1 players. Now I don't know who these players are. When they were telling me to him, I said I don't have a clue. I said I've never heard of them lads in my life. Is it because you don't have much of a budget at Bristol City? Is it because of other things? I don't know. What I do know is that I feel like the only reasons why they were pretty average yesterday is because Boro played so well. Now, Boro were unbelievable yesterday. And some may want to agree, some may want to disagree. But I come out that ground and I looked at every single Boro fan and they'll come back saying, you know what, that was unreal. And that's because it was. You know what I mean? There's a proper togetherness now in our team. Any person now sat on our bench at Boro is going to struggle against that first 11. And I said that before. I said that yesterday. You're going to struggle because the lads that are playing right now are playing with each other. There's the togetherness. They know where everyone is. So look at the likes of Braithwaite, look at Sambalonga. Them two there, if Braithwaite goes to France, and I said it a few weeks ago in a Boro Fan TV interview, we are in big trouble because them two there, their link-up play is magical. Like, it is so good between them two. For instance, yesterday, Sambalonga can go anywhere across that final third of defence. Whoever's the defence sits on Bristol City, he could do that. He can just go anywhere he wants because he knows if he goes out to the far side, Braithwaite's behind him. If he goes in the middle, Braithwaite's next to him. If he goes out on the right hand side, someone like Downing's there, or Braithwaite's even in the middle again. Them two there, that link-up play is causing defences problems. It really, really is. And yesterday we've seen it again, time and time again. Braithwaite would get the ball, Britt would be a bit ahead of him. Britt would get the ball. Braithwaite will either be next to him, ahead of him, or behind him. And then as soon as Braithwaite gets it, pass it off to the right-hand side. Because again, the right-hand side yesterday was causing problems for Bristol City. You see it for Britt Sambalong's second goal yesterday. Good bit of World Cup play. And then went over to Downing, he turned back and he just crossed it in and in goes the header. Now, it was 2 fantastic goals, 2 well-worked goals. I mean, the first one, Are we going to give Dan Randolph the assist? I mean, it was from the free kick that he took, and it bounced off a head, so it probably wasn't his. But that's just been nice to give it to him. It bounced off someone's head, because obviously I think it was Britt and 2 Bristol City defenders. It bounced off one of their heads, went to the floor, trickled towards the goal, and Braithwaite went onto it and put it straight to the bottom corner. Sent us mad in the away end. You know, the atmosphere was absolutely booming all game. And then as soon as you look at the second goal, good bit of work down the right-hand side. Shuey Downing gets it, he puts it in, and Sombalonga makes it 2-0. And by that point, actually, I've seen loads of City fans just streaming out, because they must be sick. Do you know what I mean? Now, hearing things at their stadium, a lot of them think that the manager's going to get sacked. Lee Johnson, I think that he's going to go. A lot of them want loan signs to come in because they feel like the team isn't good enough. And I was hearing all this, and I was like, do you know what? You sound like us last season, and that's what it sounded like. But you know, overall from the Boro boys, I'm buzzing because it was a top performance. It really, really was. And coming out of that stadium yesterday, I was chuffing, man, chuffed to bits, because you know it's a start of this season which nobody really expected. You know, everybody talked about the transfer market and how bad that went and everything else, and everyone was like, I don't think anybody was hoping that Boro would get 10 points from the first 4 games. I don't think anybody's seen that one coming. And the fact that we've done it, and I know Boro are at the top of the league, and I know I say it every now and then, and maybe because I get a bit excited and whatnot. There were teams in the Championship play Tuesday and Wednesday night, so, you know, that might change the top of the league. You know, Boro might drop down a few, but don't get all doom and gloom on it, you know, because then we have to go again on Friday night against West Brom, who obviously won 7-1 yesterday, which is a mad result. But, you know, I've already said it, by the end of this month, we should know where Boro stand, and I mean it. You know, I think that's right. You know, a month of football, 10 points so far. Who's to say that we can't keep going? Of course, we're going to pick up defeats. Of course, we're going to pick up draws here and there. But as long as the big percentages of Boro have won more games than what they've drawn and lost, then happy days, you know. But now it's on to Friday night. Now it's at home, and it's important to win all your home games. And that's how I see it. So, yeah, it's going to be a tough old season. But listen, Boro are giving us some good times early on. It's been great. It's been fantastic. A few new players coming back now from injury as well. Danny Ayala was there yesterday warming up and whatnot. Harry Chapman's back in about 3 to 4 weeks. That's a big blow. But like I say, I'm glad that Danny Ayala's back and obviously training with the first team again. Obviously have to pick up an injury. But as for yesterday, like I say, Downing was well. Just thought about his highlight there in my head. Second half, he came in and had a shot and he got tipped over the bar. And he was outstanding yesterday. You know, I thought a few players maybe didn't have the best of first half, but second half, they more than made up for it. You know, they like to George Friend, they like to Shuey Downing, they like to Lewis Wing, you know, all Dale Fry. And can I just say as well, Dale Fry, man, what a boy, man, what a player. Listen, Dale Fry, since he came in, I don't think anybody expected him to do as well as what he's done. And I think he's proven people wrong, not just Boro fans, but critics as well. You know, everyone that's obviously doubting this guy, because you're seeing him, you know, week in, week out now, and he looks more and more comfortable next to Aidan Flint. And like I say, you know, it's great to see at the back, but Ryan Shotton again, unbelievable, man. I don't know where this Ryan Shotton's come from. You know, again last season, you know, and it's weird now because everything that was wrong last season seems to be getting put right this season, and that's one of the main things that's happening to Boro at the minute. It's great to see. So like I say, everyone's playing for each other. There is a togetherness there. A few more bodies, and imagine how scary we would be. You know, imagine that. I mean, if people are worried for us now, you know, if teams are worried to play us now, imagine if we've got them loan signings in. Imagine what that could do for us. So, you know, it's onwards and upwards for the Boro. Next game's Friday night against West Brom. And I say, I'm buzzing, man. What a brilliant weekend. All the way to Bristol, seeing us win 2-0. Like I say, man, obviously top of the league, someone has to be. 10 points on the board. Like I say, man, it's one long old season, but as long as we're there in May, I'll be very, very happy. Man of the match for yesterday, I said it yesterday in my Boro Fan TV interview, and I've said it's Adam Clayton. That guy, for me, you know, he's been given a load of free roam in that midfield. I think, you know, obviously where the back four sits, you got Adam Clayton just sweeping up just in front of him, and he's just not letting nothing get past him. Honestly, yesterday I watched him, and I was kind of focused on him for a little while. And every single time I play around towards with the ball, you can't get past him. You know, he might get the ball off you and maybe play a straight pass, but you come back at him with that ball, and I'm sorry, but it's not going through him. 9 times out of 10, you're not getting through Adam Clayton. So he's been class, you know, so far this season as well. Like I say, my man of the match for yesterday has to be Adam Clayton. You know, it could have probably been anyone, but for me, I think he was just a little bit above everybody else. But like I say, everyone played well. 10 out of 10 by everyone, in my opinion. I thought everybody was class on that pitch yesterday. Unbelievable. Like I say, well done for the travelling support of the Boro fans. 2-0, 3 points, still top of the league. Get in there. Whoop, the Boro.